In today's Pick a Card tarot reading, we're going to go over what people are realizing about you, what people are thinking, and what people are noticing that's new with you. If you're brand new to this channel, hi, my name is Jacey Everly. I'm an energy reader, and this channel is all about connecting to your highest divine self. And if you're totally new to Pick a Card readings on YouTube, all you have to do is pick a number between 1, over here, 1, 2, or 3. Once you've chosen your pile and your number, go down to the description box below and you'll find the timestamp correlating to the pile that you've chosen. Click on the timestamp and that is where your reading will start today. And without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. How are we all doing? Hope you guys are doing wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading today and my channel. Let's find out what people are realizing about you. You guys are a lot more cutthroat than you make yourself out to be. Immediately, that's what we're getting with the imagery here, and that's the first thing I thought of. Let's pull out the rest of the cards here. Okay, hi, pile number 1. So you are extremely powerful, and people are, for some reason, just starting to realize that now. Pile number 1, you guys have this vitality in you, this ambition in you. There's this fiery, feisty energy in you. I feel like people already knew this about you, but they didn't know how strong it was and how really intense it was and how much you could create it was. People saw it as like, oh, that's kind of cute. She or he is just so passionate about what he or she is passionate about. Just let her do her thing. Just let him do his thing, and he's just, you know, doing his little hobbies and getting really fired up about this or that. But no. Now people are turning heads when it comes to that cute little energy that you have. It's not so cute anymore. It's like, wow, this person is creating so much for themselves in their lives. Maybe we should be taking some notes. Maybe we should ask them, how did they get there? How did they do this? People are almost thinking about how they can approach you in not a weird way to ask you for advice, because they are noticing your growth and wondering what you're doing and how are you achieving what you are achieving. This is a general reading, so take it however it resonates. It could be maybe a business that you're growing. Maybe you guys are traveling a lot more. Maybe you guys are getting a massive promotion at work. People are just starting to notice now, for some reason, how powerful that feisty, fiery, passionate, a little bit ADHD energy is working in your favor in so many ways. It's as if now they're seeing you and everything you could possibly want, and people are seeing it as what you have is everything that they wanted as well. It's wild. It's wild that you guys are achieving so much. So many things that they want for themselves. They're watching you, they're witnessing you, they're noticing you. Your energy is strong, it's powerful, it's confident. It's so beautiful these days, and especially in a way that people are realizing it as well, and they don't know how you're managing to achieve all these things. I feel like some people in your life thought little of you, as in they feel as though you're maybe bouncing around too much, or as if they thought that's what you were doing. This is outside energy, right? This is maybe not exactly what you were doing in your own time and in your private way of doing things, but people notice that now you have this go-getter energy, although you've always had this go-getter energy and you've always been focused. But for some reason, people in the past felt you were scattered-brained and just always lounging around and not doing much. And something you did recently, maybe over this last year, people are starting to see, wow, she's making really big moves, and she or he has definitely been doing these things to, they got serious. And whereas other people weren't getting serious, you were getting serious. And people noticed that about you. And they want to know how you did what you did. And they're super curious. But no one feels like they are in any position to ask or dig or pry. They want to, but they don't. And maybe some of you guys are experiencing more people than others that are listening to this reading, that they have experienced people being like, let's catch up, let's do something. They're nosy. They wanna also soak up this energy of this grandness that you are. And now they're realizing your energy truly is really grand. So let's see what else. Yeah, so let's go through the cards. Ace of Swords. You have also the Magician, Page of Wands, Two of Wands. Yeah, that cutthroat energy, you're nothing is going to get by you. If you want something, you're going to go at it, literally with the dagger. Like, I'm coming at you. I'm going to take that goal down. It's mine. And people are realizing that that is the energy that you go at things, and not everyone has that feisty, fiery, focused energy that now for some reason they're realizing that you have. And so let's see, you guys are able to make things happen for sure. There's a lot of imagery here where it's like you make it happen, and it's like you're pulling the bunny out of the hat. You're pulling that magic rabbit out of your magic hat, and people want to know what that secret magic sauce is. You're able to be cool, calm, collected also while being so powerful. So that's really magnetic, and people are drawn to you because of that as well. So let's see, Knight of Cups. Okay. People are, ooh, that's a good point. So people are realizing that the depth of your emotion. In the past, people found that you're too sensitive or too emotional, too much this, too much that, but actually that personality trait of yours, that too muchness that people used to complain about, they're realizing that those are actually your strengths in the ability for you to get what you want in life, and you're able to harness that too muchness, apparently to them, to cultivate that energy and focus it in a way that helps you achieve the things that you want to achieve. For example, people that are too sensitive, I can relate because I'm definitely in the too sensitive department, and that is an absolute strength that works in your favor. Because being so sensitive to energy, to your energy, to people's energy, you're able to immediately, once you step into the room, you're able to immediately see and feel what's going on, so you know the situation at hand immediately. And you're able to adapt to what's happening. So you're, with that strength of being overly sensitive, you're able to harness that and become a social chameleon. So you sense, okay, this person is being that way. You can figure out what that person needs to hear, what they can conversate about, how to manage emotions in the group setting, whatever you find yourself in. You're able to fully adapt and know what's going on immediately and right away. And you're also able to sense where people are at with things, so then you can adjust to speak to them with the level they're at, instead of wasting your energy and being a certain way when people are just not in that receptive mode of wherever they're at in their life. So your energy is fluid, and you're able to sense things so much more. That's just one example. Not everyone in pile number one is overly sensitive. That's one example. You could be too intense, too fiery, it's just the too much department. But the point is that I'm making is that too muchness, people are realizing and seeing and turning heads and realizing that is actually an extraordinary strength that you have that helps you achieve the things that you are achieving and are going to achieve in your life. People are thinking in their heads that, wow, he or she is going to continue to get whatever they want to get. There's no stopping pile number one. There really isn't. Look at that, the wheel. So people are realizing whatever you're doing, this is a lot of success that they're witnessing. People are really noticing the successes that you are experiencing in this lifetime and at this time. You guys are attracting insane things. People can feel it from your energy. People can see it. People are really noticing, whether you know it or not. People in your life, pile number one, are noticing the things that you are growing into and becoming and the things that you are achieving. It's really cool to see, as well as I feel like some people are admiring it. Some people are wondering how. All those lovely things when it comes to realizing people's strengths and intellect. And it's as if you guys are making a giant comeback, whether intentional or not. Like, you always have been this way, pile number one, but people just, for some reason, are now taking you more seriously in the way that you have been just doing you. And nothing much has changed. I feel like in your energy, pile number one, you've always been this way. For some reason, people in the past have perceived you differently for whatever reason, and now they're really opening their eyes to... I feel like a lot of people saw you as... Not everyone is against you in the way in the past where they're like, oh, they're just little old pile one doing their thing. No, a lot of people have seen you as magnificent, beautiful, angelic beings, yes. But they didn't realize the size of energy that you bring to this earth. There's as if you're glowing and growing and expanding, and your energy is hard to miss. They cannot ignore how unique and outstandingly impressive your energy is, and that can manifest in many ways. The things you achieve, well, however that manifests in material 3D reality, you guys are making stuff happen. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it and continue growing, because people are turning their heads and noticing. And I feel with that energy, you guys are turning your weaknesses per se into absolute strengths, and that will lead you into higher and higher places in life. So that is such a wonderful place to be, and you guys are in a really good place right now, pile number one. I can definitely confirm that for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please boop the like button so I can continue making videos like this, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now. Hello, pile number two. How are we all doing? I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading and this channel. Let's find out what people are realizing about you. Wow, okay, pile number two, you guys have a radiant energy, and it's radiating more and more as you continue to grow into the person that you have always meant to be. You guys are really starting to tune in into yourself even more, so keep doing that. A lot of hermit energy, although we haven't gotten the hermit card brackets yet maybe, but you guys have been doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of growth, a lot of introspective moments where you're able to really tune in to your highest self, and people are noticing that. I'm not sure how that translates to in your life, however you time and growth time translates into your situation. Take it however it resonates, but what happened is, what people are realizing is how powerful you are. And it's this quiet strength. We have the strength card and radiance. So you guys, your energy feels, what's it called? It feels contained. Your energy feels a little bit introverted as well, whether you are introverted or not. It feels contained and put together. So your energy is very neat and tidy almost, and that's how people perceive your energy as well. And so what people are realizing, because of that containedness, if that makes any sense, that almost quiet nature that you have sometimes, pile number 2. People underestimated you because you weren't showy about, you're not a show-off kind of person. You're not the type that flaunts all your achievements and possessions and things. You're not really someone that brags. You're a complete opposite, right? You like to keep to yourself, and you don't feel the need to share everything that you are going through in this life or things that you've achieved. It's like, what's the point? You achieve what you achieve. You're happy. Why? You know, of course you share small things here and there with your close friends and stuff. Although, just in general, what people are realizing is that you are so much more powerful than how people have perceived you to be in the past, because they took your, okay, it's like that saying, they took your kindness for weakness. I feel like some people have fallen into that trap of taking your kindness for weakness. And now most, if not all, people are realizing that actually you're way more powerful than meets the eye, and way more powerful than how you kind of carry yourself. It's an inner strength that really oozes out into your energetic field, and people are really noticing. For some reason, people didn't catch on to that. I feel like some of your close friends really knew how amazing and powerful and strong you are, and you're able to use that strength. It's like this emotional strength that you have that a lot of people, you know, everyone has different levels of emotional strength, and you guys have a higher level of emotional strength than most people. And with that emotional control, you're able to harness that into different areas in your life. And you're able to focus that energy into work, into building friendships, relationships. Pile number 2, people are realizing that what you say has a lot of meaning, and I find that a few people in your life have noticed that what you said in the past to them has really stuck in their brain, and they are now realizing the weight and the wisdom that those words that are stuck in their mind have. Like, now they're realizing what you've said. Now they're realizing what you meant when you said that thing to them. You probably don't even remember what you said to them. It was just so, because you're so in your own energetic field, you're so in your own zone, and sometimes you just conversate and you say something and it just comes out naturally because that's just who you are, and it's, for you, it's common sense. But for some people, it's not common sense, and what you said to them has stuck with them for a very long time, and they always wondered what it really meant, and now they're realizing what you really meant. And I feel like this is a few people in your life, pile number 2. It's even strangers or kind of like acquaintances. I feel like a couple of friends, one of your family members, and like 3 of your exes have realized little bits of things that you've said to them that they're now beginning to realize. So your words really do hold weight in the way you say things and the way you understand things. People are realizing that now, which is really cool, because sometimes people say things and it's just whatever. But when you guys say things to people, pile number 2, people do truly listen and intently. Invocation, yeah, you guys are able to focus, and there's so much to say about you guys, pile number 2, just that you are so people are starting to realize that you guys are so much more spiritually strong as well. You guys are strong on all departments: your wisdom, your emotional strength, your communication with animals and spirit. I feel like I keep having to cut this reading here and there because my cat keeps trying to come into the room and then go out the room and then come into the room and come out the room. Okay, so back to your reading, pile number 2. You know what it is? It's this whole iceberg analogy. This is really what's happening when it comes to people how they saw you before and how they realize, you know, your way of being, and now what they're realizing now to this, in this recent times. Now they're just realizing. It's so wild how people can underestimate some things sometimes, right? So what's great, there is a level of consistency here. I'm not going to, you know, not give credit to the people in your life. You know, they have always felt this grandness in you. Actually, it's most people have. It's not like a huge realization. It's that now they're realizing that their intuition, their own intuition on you was right as well, because it's the whole, you know, how iceberg is. They just see the tip of it and they feel like there's something ginormous in the bottom, and they're now like you, now they're starting to see how ginormous of an iceberg you are. It's grand, it's massive, it's strong, it's full of so much wisdom, paired with the Milky Way card, and how you guys are just so, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are, you know, everyone's psychic. But you guys, pile number 2, you guys actually practice your psychic abilities and your intuition way deeper than most people would in their lifetime. And so you guys have this connection to the universe, to Mother Nature, and on top of that, you have the human level of wisdom and intellect. You guys have a good head on your shoulders, and there's strength to that. There is so much power to that. Just think of a whole freaking ginormous iceberg just sitting there, and all people really saw was the tip of it, but they kind of knew something was underneath it all. But now, whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying or being, or whatever is happening in your life, pile number 2, people are now really starting to see the ginormous energy that you are, and how much you've achieved and how much more you can achieve. And some people are almost a little bit intimidated by that, because just like an iceberg, you only show a little bit, you don't show everything. You keep your cards close to yourself most of the time with most people, but actually the energy that you bring to the room or the table is like this giant mountain. All these analogies of icebergs and mountains, you guys have a big energy. So more and more people are realizing how strong and absolutely radiant you are, on top of that neat and tidy contained energy that you like to carry. Not that you like or don't like to carry, it's just who you are. And there's a lot of strength and power to that. Not that you're trying to be strong or trying to be powerful, it just is the way you are, which is amazing. That's a part of your makeup, of your personality, and what makes you you. And people are realizing how much weight you have in the things that you've said to them in the past, and how much more meaning there is than meets the eye. So that's your reading, pile number 2. Very straightforward. You guys are doing wonderful in life, and keep being strong and powerful and amazing and inspiring, and speaking words of wisdom to everyone that comes across your path. So if you liked this video, help me boop that like button so that I can continue making videos like this, and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. See you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, how are we all doing? Thank you so much for tuning into this channel and this video today. Let's find out what people are realizing about you. Okay, pile number 3. People are realizing that you move a lot faster than the average person, which is a very inspiring way to be, because, you know, some people, I wanted to say most or majority, because, you know, I feel like this planet is slowly waking up into more fast-paced energy in terms of being faster about living your true self. So some people are lagging behind, some people are more ahead of the game of where the collective is shifting towards, which is becoming more and more themselves, and choosing to do things that only you want to do, and are really authentically living in your highest divine path of existence. And so there's a whole point to what I'm saying. So pile number 3, you are inspiring so many people these days, because what people are realizing is that you move and you don't doubt yourself, or maybe you do. This isn't about how you actually experience your life, right? This is what people are noticing about you, whether it's true or not. People, oh, I want to sneeze. Okay, so people are realizing that you guys are able to move so fast and so confidently towards the things that you want to move forward to. And people are realizing, I don't know why they didn't realize this before. Why didn't they realize this before? People felt like in the past you were just really, you had a lot of ideas. People felt like you were an idea person, and people felt like you just was just that. You had a lot of ideas, and you were experimenting. People did witness that. You guys were thinking, you know, what you can do and with your life in general, whether it's your hobbies or your career or your life path or what you want to do in general. And now I feel like pile number 3, you're starting to realize, you know, you're getting closer and closer to the best way of being. And I feel like I'm being painfully general. I'm not sure why, but hopefully this is resonating with you guys and making sense. But you guys do have a lot of ideas, and that's what makes you beautifully you. And so when you realize you like something, you actually go towards it in a really fast-paced energy, like that Aries energy. Whether you're Aries or not, it's about the energy of Aries, where they are a ram and they just go towards what they want to go towards. And pile number 3, people are realizing that you are so inspiring in the way that you don't doubt yourself for even a second. You just go straight forward to whatever it is that makes you happy, and that is the best way to live life. Is whatever makes you happy is what you want to do is what you want to do. You're not going to wait. You're not going to stall. You're not going to think about it. You're just going to do it. If you want to go to lunch to that place for that food, get those tacos, you're just going to go get those tacos. If you want to build that business that really resonates to you, in your heart, in your soul, in your body, you're just gonna make that business. If you want to make a pivot in your life with career, you're just gonna do it. And people are realizing that you have that fast-pacedness in you, and you just go after it. You're passionate, and people are starting to really turn their heads when it comes to you going after your goals and your things, and it's working. And I sense that a lot of people want to be a part of that. Now, for some reason, now they want to be a part of it. I'm sure a lot of people were, you know, your close friends, your chosen, you know, people that you allow to be involved in your life. You let them enjoy the ride with you. You go fast. And I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have some fire placements in your astrological chart, because this energy is very fire sign-esque. It's go after whatever the heck you want, and you're not going to care what people say. And a lot of people want to be a part of your energy these days. They're really noticing the speed that you're going towards, and people don't want to be left behind. People are realizing that because you followed your intuition, followed your inner knowing towards, and you really did your research. I really feel like you did put the work in. You're not just following your heart and prancing around with your fairy wand and be like, no, I want to do this. No, it's not that. You were really grounded. You are grounded. You have been grounded. You are grounded. You will continue to be grounded in the way that you pursue things. You've researched, you've done the work, and you continue to do the work. I'm feeling shivers in my body, so that must mean something, that we're on the right track here. Pile number 3, you guys are on the right track to not only living the life that, like, continue to do what you're doing, because this is going to bring you closer and closer and closer, and you're going to join with your soul and join with your higher self. I feel like you guys are, if you're not already there, you're very very soon you're going to be joined into your higher self and fully integrate yourself in that way of being. It's gonna feel like this sudden shift. Everything is gonna click, and it's gonna feel so cool and so amazing. It's as if you have created heaven on earth for yourself, and you guys are on the track of that, and people cannot help but to know. I'm feeling so many shivers in my body right now. It's wild. So people are really noticing that, and they want to be a part of that. They want to understand how you do that. They want to be a part of it however that they can. So you guys are doing something, and people are noticing. Yeah, lots of emotions. I mean, you have a healthy amount of emotions. It's not too much or too little. It's just, you're human and you have emotions, and you don't, you do things in a very clean way. You're pure, as in, in contrary to the unpure way of handling your own normal emotions is bottling up. You guys don't bottle anything up. If you feel something, you feel something, and you let yourself feel it. And if you have something to say to someone, you will say it. Page of Wands, yeah, you'll continue to be inspired and guided by God, whoever you connect with in the spirit realm. I'm just going to use the word God. However you connect with God, and whatever it is that, whatever brings you that channeled message and intuition into, your awareness, keep following that, because it's working, and go at it without any doubts in you, because that is working. A little message for you guys, pile number 3. It says, I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. I feel like there's two coins to the two sides of this reading. There is your side of the story, which, yes, you have doubted your callings in the past, and you continue to question, because you want to make sure you're doing the right thing for yourself, for your family, for this universe, for the planet, which is amazing. And there's the other side, where how people perceive you and how people see you, and they actually see you as someone that is so courageously going towards what works for you, and people are finding that extraordinarily inspiring, and they wish that they had even just a little bit of your kind of fire in you to achieve what they want to achieve in their own life. They're watching you and they're like, wow, how does pile number 3 move so fast? And don't you guys have any doubts of how, the normal emotions, which you guys do have those normal emotions, you're just able to manage it, or you're able to figure out what is your higher self saying to you versus what your ego and insecurities are telling you. And so you shut those noise out into the background, and you really just focus on what's positive and what's working for you and what you truly want to do. And that's what people are taking notes when it comes to pile number 3. You're moving fast. People can see it. They want to be a part of it. And they are realizing that when you have something that feels right to you, you go towards it. And they realize that so much in you, pile number 3, that they're trying to practice that in themselves. The world, earth needs you, your light. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised, pile number 3, if you guys are meant to be doing something that is teaching the world something. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys, pile number 3, have a large following. If you don't already have a large following, you will have a large following, because your light, your ambition, your way of being is really inspiring, even just to the people in your life right now. If that's the only audience you have, is that you truly are inspiring people in that way. You just get up and go. If you want to go on a trip, you just get up and go. I feel like some of you guys have gone on trips recently, or you're going to go on trips, and the way you go about doing that is very nonchalant. It's not a big deal. It just happens. It happens for you. Pile number 3, good things just happen to you. Let it happen to you, and people are noticing that. Yeah, coins. So you guys are experiencing a lot of success. Or whether you guys feel like you're experiencing a lot of success or not, people are realizing that you guys are becoming more and more successful as time passes. Queen of Cups, Queen energy, and you're able to cultivate what you want to create in your life. This is really powerful energy. Yeah, you're really in tune. That watery Queen of Cups energy, paired with the moon. Yeah, very, very in tune with everything. And people are realizing the way you live your life, how in tune you are with the natural cycles of the universe. We're literally in space and time with planets around us, with stars around us, with, you know, it's not, life is not that fixed. We're never fixed. The planet is spinning constantly, and we're constantly orbiting around the sun. And so people are realizing the way you live, how ebb and flow and how open to change you are is actually the way to do it. Not the rigid, stuck in their ways way of being is not the way to go. The 9 to 5 is not the way to go. It's not. I mean, for some people, if it's meant for you, then it's for you. But I find most people that are in 9 to 5s, I hear them, I talk to them, and they're not really vibing on the highest that they very well could be. And so that's just an example, right? It could be anything. You could even own a business and be miserable if it's not the right business, right? So it's whatever that you've chosen to do in your life. You, pile number 3, are on a high life track, higher than most people. And people are seeing you do that, and they're like, how can I do what pile number 3 is doing? They're realizing that, and they're wondering, and it's fresh realizations too. They're really seeing how you roll, and they want to roll like that too. How can I be a part of that energy? How do I go up here when they're feeling down here still? So I hope that made sense. Pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed tapping into your energy to read for you. And if you like this video, help me boop that like button so I can continue making videos like this. And consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.